Okay, so we're going to be working on drawing 2-7. This is a lot more detailed than the other drawings that we've worked on so far. The objective says to draw the front and the side views of this house, keeping the windows, the doors, and the roof heights equal. Now, this is the front view of this house. And if we were to walk around to the side of the house and look at the side view, this is what the side view looks like. So it's the same house, which means everything has to be the same height. The foundation, this down here, the foundation has to be the same height. The top edge of the windows should be the same. This fascia board that runs along the bottom edge of the roof, it's the same height. The height of the roof is the same. The height of the chimney is the same. Everything aligns with each other. This is just the side view of this house right here, okay? So in keeping with that, let me open up my title block drawing. And again, just like normal, just like we always do, we change 2-7, okay. Save as 2-7, and we save our drawing as 2-7. We're good to go. Make sure you do that every time so that you have a new file for each drawing that we do. Okay, so with this drawing, I'm going to start with the front view first, and I'm simply going to make sure that I have O-snap, O-track, and polar turned on. I am going to make sure that I keep my heights the same. And I think I'm going to go out like about a ½ an inch for my overhang of my house, so 0.5, enter. And then, I don't know, maybe up this high. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to go out 0.5 and then up. And I want to go even with this and back over to here. Okay. I'm actually going to move this off to the side so that I have more room for my right side view. Then I'm going to put in my foundation and my fascia board. So I'm just going to go offset, grab this bottom line, and I'm just going to pull it up until it looks about the same, about the height that I want. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to pull this up. And I should have done all of those. Maybe I'll do those all together. Let me undo this right here. Let me go offset. Let me choose this. Now I have to hold down the shift key. Oh, it won't let me do more than one. All right, so I guess I can go back to the way it was. Offset this. And I'm just going to have to copy this, enter, grab it at the end point, drag it up to this end point. Copy this, enter, grab it at the end point, drop it up to that end. What? Undo. Copy this, enter, grab it at the end point, drop it at the end point. There we go. So we're good with that. We have some windows and doors in here. So I'm going to grab a rectangle command. I'm simply going to put in a rectangle. I'm going to zoom in pretty close on this. I'm going to put in a window frame. So I'm going to go offset. And it shows in the assignment that the corners are all connected. So I'm going to connect all of these corners. It also shows that there are some glare lines what I'm going to do is change to a 45 degree in the polar settings, and I'm going to put in what are called glare lines. Glare lines are a representation of glass. It's a small 45 degree line, a long 45 degree line, and a short. So that right there is called a glare line, and it represents glass. Okay, so there's one of my windows. I'm actually going to use this window to create my door. So I'm going to go copy this window, enter. I'm going to grab it right here at this corner. I'm going to drop off one here. I'm going to drop off one right next to it. Another one over here. And I'm actually going to, what I want to do is I want to take the bottoms of these and pull it down and pull it down. But right now it's an entire entity. It's the entire rectangle. So I'm going to show you the explode command. So the explode command is this box right here. So I'm going to click this box and I'm going to put a window around these two rectangles and then enter. So it doesn't look like it does anything, but now when I click on the rectangle, notice it's just, they're individual lines now, they're not rectangles. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottom here, I'm going to take these two lines, I'm going to hold the shift key down so I can choose all of these things. And I'm going to click this line, and this line, and this line, and this line, here, and here. So all of this bottom stuff. And I'm going to move it. Oops, I guess I should have chosen the move command, sorry. Let me try that again. This line, hold the shift key down, these two, this one, these two, and this one. I'm going to get move, click, and I'm going to drag it straight down. Come on, straight down, right near the bottom down here. And then I'm going to use this extend command. Watch this, extend. And I'm going to make these, and these. And it extends them straight down. So I'm going to use those as at my door, like a big glass sliding door. Okay. Now I know, and this really isn't the right sizing here. Obviously, if this is the size of my door, this is a very small house, right? So my sizing isn't great, but yeah, we'll get over that. Now, the right side view, the heights have to all be the same. So I'm going to draw some reference lines from here. I'm just going to come straight across, all the way across. Doesn't even matter how high or how far I go. I just want references. I want to know where these are located on the right side view. So I know those are my heights for my roof and for my wall. Okay. So now when I draw my right side view, I'm going to come up to here. My overhang is 0.5, so I'm going to come this way, 0.5, enter. I'm going to go straight up until I get to the top of the fascia board. And then I'm just going to draw at an angle, doesn't even matter to where, just up to this top line here. Mine just happens to be the midpoint, that's fine. But I'm only drawing half of the side. Then I'm going to mirror to the other side. So watch, I'm going to go mirror, modify, mirror. I'm going to hold the shift key down so I can get this line, this little line, and this line. Enter. And my mirror line is going to be from the peak here straight down. Click. Do I want to delete this? No, I don't. And now I'm going to do some trimming. So I'm going to go trim, get rid of this stuff, here, this. Don't need this, don't need this, don't need this, and don't need this. Okay, so this is all of the This is all of the things that I've just brought over, right? So now I'm going to use a fascia board to draw the fascia board, the same thickness as this, which is the same thickness as this, but it's going to follow the edge of the roof. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go copy this little line, enter. I'm going to grab it at the top of it, and I'm going to drop it up here, enter. So I just took that little line and copied it up there. And now I'm just going to draw the bottom edge of the fascia board. So from the bottom point up to the bottom point, down to the bottom point here. And there's the outline of my house. So now I'm just going to copy a window. Copy this whole window right here. Enter. Click on it, drag it straight over. Did I not keep the height correct? I did not keep the height correct. I want the heights all to be the same. I don't know how I did that. Let me copy this over. Come straight over. Okay. So no sense in redrawing. Once you have one window done, just use it for the rest of them. That'll save you time. Now for the chimney, I'm going to go rectangle. I'm just going to draw a chimney in here. I'm going to trim this little line in here. I don't need this. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the brick and the roofing. Oh, wait, we have to put in the chimney over here too. Well, this chimney sits on this roof as well. So here's how we do that. We bring the bottom edge over until it hits the roof, and then come straight up until it's equal to the height of this. Click, and you can make it whatever thickness you want, and then just straight back down to the top of the roof and get rid of your reference line. So now the bottom is the same, the top is the same. We just have to put the brick in both chimneys. So to do that, we're going to this hatch command right here. So hatch, and I'm going to go inside here, but we need to find the hatch pattern. Let's see, hatch color, layer, transparency. How do we change the hatch pattern? Let me see. For now, I'm just going to put in here, and I think I have to hold the shift key down here. And enter. So I need to change the pattern here. So I'm going to double click on the pattern itself, and it shows here the hatch properties. So now for the pattern, I'm going to find what is called, should be labeled as brick. So as I go through, yep, brick is right here. And the scale, notice the scale is pretty big. The scale should be 0.2. Enter. And then escape. And there's our brick for the roof, or for the chimneys. And that 0.2 is listed on the assignment sheet as well for the scale for the hatch for the roof. Now I'm going to do the roofing as well. So I'm going to go hatch in the roofing here, and then enter. I'm going to double click on this, double click on it. And for the hatching, for the pattern, it's going to be a shaker. So I'm going to go down until I find this ARSHKE. I know that's a strange, but that's the roofing right there, a shaker roof. And the scale for that is going to be 0.02. 0.02. Enter. And then escape. So there's the roofing for a shaker right there. ARRSHKE is the pattern name. Scale is 0.02. Okay. And then just label front elevation, label side elevation, and you're all done. So let's save this. And that is all set.